Mud Deluge, surfing scooters, Asphalt, Shingles. We are back with episode number 4. Let me get myself into view and we will begin Jedi Invest Indonesian Lombok vlog. It's great to be back. I have to tell you, it's been quite a feat trying to get this one all together with everything that's been going on. But let's start with some shout outs as always. Shout out to Danny Munofilas, and who's enjoying my wireless router. Big love to Danny, Ruth, and all the kids, the boys, Mark and Teo back in Zhuhai, China. Also, big shout out over to England, to good old Plymouth, Marcus Knight. Marcus Knight, good to hear from you too. Thanks for the comment. Glad, I hope that you get something from it, and I hope your Chinese kanji, or shall I say Hansa, you're still studying it. I'm on pause at the moment. And finally, and we're going to talk about this a bit later, Kayleen Stopforth and Oscar, her Swedish boyfriend. A big shout out to you too, traveling through Asia at the moment. As I said, I'll come back to that later in the vlog because it's a funny story. Now, if I'm looking like I'm stooping a little bit, listeners, viewers, it's because I'm stooped down in a small chair, and the microphone stand's pushed in between a cushion because I haven't got all of the fixings. Long story, not going to bore you with it. So if I do tend to droop, I do apologise, but I hope what's in front of you picture-wise will mean you don't really have to see what my body and shoulders are doing. Okay, so welcome to episode 4. Let's get this on the go. I want to try and do this in 20 minutes. And so where are we? Where are we indeed? Yes, we are here. Last vlog, I showed a photo of when we went fishing, and within 5 minutes of being there, I caught this amazing thing, an octopus. And, you know, I've been having a lot of thoughts about this. Of course, we went fishing and I was extremely excited because, you know, I caught an octopus. Yeah, great. It wasn't extremely difficult in a way. I just put the hook down onto the bottom of the ocean, and unfortunately, he obviously saw the bait, or she, and went for it. But, you know, I've been thinking a lot about this. Octopuses are among the most intelligent animals. 3/5 of their neurons are found in their tentacles. Each tentacle has a mind of its own. If cut off, it will be able to live as it did while still attached, even grabbing its own food. Okay, now that's amazing. But obviously, this octopus didn't live, and I've been feeling really bad about it. Anyone who knows me knows I like to eat not so much meat. I go through phases. I'm really pro vegetables and fruit. So much so that I'm thinking of maybe even trying, as it's all around us, a fruitarian diet, which is just vegetables and fruit, literally. So I feel a bit bad about this. So I want to apologize to the octopus. And if there was a World Octopus Society, I'd like to apologize to that, like I did the mosquitoes. I just feel as you get older, and some of you might resonate with me on this, that you start thinking about this stuff. And that octopus didn't need to die. Or be eaten by my wife. I didn't actually have any because I don't like octopus. Should have thrown it back because it would have still lived by the sound of weeding that. It grows. Even if you cut the tentacle, it still manages to survive and regrow. So there you go. Apologies to the octopus. And I will keep you up to date with any forages into nuts and fruits and vegetables that I may be doing. Exciting stuff. Okay, pick a stun for this month. The pick of stun, well, you can see that's my legs there lying on the beach chair. This is a beach called Tampa that we got to. Later, I'll tell you, it was a little bit difficult to get to, but sometimes, you know, having to work at it, you really do appreciate when you get to it. And this is a fantastic beach. It's about a 20-minute drive on the scooters from Kuta, where we're based. And I'd recommend this to anyone. There's some good snorkeling as well. You can see there's a reef break as well up here. I don't know. It's not really a surfing beach because they're a little bit too, steep, and they just come over very quickly. So probably not great for surfers. So there's a pick a stun. World news, yada, yada, yada. Well, what has been going on? Terrible news in Seoul, the Halloween crush, another thing surely that could have been, omitted and not happened if properly organised. We've got hearts, commiserations go out to the families there. We've got Russia halts grain deal after massive attack. This is still going on. Again, anti-Russia, pro-Ukraine. That's all you hear. Brazil, Bolsonaro and Lula battle it out. Yeah, this guy, I think, I've done some reading. He's crazy. He's got his finger up there. Whereas this guy, let's see what happens. But I think he's much better for Brazil, in my opinion. Pelosi recovers after a hammer attack surgery. If you delve into this, they actually said he died. Now he's recovered. And isn't it amazing how coincidentally it happens just before the midterms in America? So what a great story for those Democrat votes. Oh, Liz Truss. Well, what happened there in Liz Truss we don't trust? She's out already since I did the last vlog. And we've got none other than another WF World Economic Forum trainee and porn yes man. There you go, Rishi Sunak. I wonder how long he will last. Smart tie, though. Like it. Nice and narrow. Top four tough without consistency, says Klopp. My team, yeah, we are really having a terrible time at the moment. I won't bother getting into that. Hello, Fly. Going onto my head, don't worry, I won't kill it. Lewandowski claims winner for Barcelona and Verstappen on pole. Some interesting stuff here. Look at this. Smiling sunshine. NASA captures shots of a happy face on the sun. I thought that was nice and happy. I thought I'd show that. Look at that. How cool is that? 2 eyes and a mouth. And police force spends £40,000 on crime-fighting tuk-tuks. I thought that was hilarious. Maybe they could also deliver milk too. And would you believe this is a project they're trialling in Wales? Only bought 4 of them. So let's see how that goes in Wales with your crime-fighting tuk-tuks. Oh, what's been going on here then? Let's go into family updates, headline news. Well, headline news is we are off tomorrow on a motorbike trip to Sumbawa. Sumbawa motorbike trip. That'll be the 1st of November tomorrow. We're really looking forward to it. And we got the bikes all ready. We're going to have to really cut down on what we take, as I've said to my wife, because it's really quite amazing what we take. And we can't take that on 2 motorbikes. But look at this. This is our car in China that we sold to an enthusiast. Yes, very lucky to find him. Thank you, Lei, for finding him online. An enthusiast who loves Great Wall of China cars, which this is. In particular, this model. So he came all the way down from, I think it was Harbin, north of Beijing. And it drove it all the way back with his family. And as he's an enthusiast, he's blinged it up. He's put some mods onto it. And you can see it's looking pretty smart. Good old Sylvie, that was her name. Do miss her, actually. I don't think she'd work too well here with the roads and stuff. But, yeah, I do miss just throwing the kids all in and going to where we needed to go. Motorbike, still really cool, of course. But who knows, maybe one day we'll get a pickup or something, shove them all in the back. Hope it doesn't rain. Oh, that's gone for there. So that's that. The snake lady. If you remember last time we went to a snake talk. I mean, this lady is a pro. She just doesn't stop. When she sees a snake, out comes the stick. And it's not round for long, I can tell you that. Here's a snake also that we found dead, probably by this lady. Yeah, we nearly stood in that. So if you ever come out here, we do have to be careful of snakes. I actually nearly ran over one on the road the other day, a little slivery green one. But hey, this is the tropics. And there's the snake there. Whoops. You can see it there. Quite big, actually, if you stretch that out. Funny enough, I was lying on the sunbed today in our villa. Sorry, not making you jealous. It is true. And I felt something slimy on my chest, and it was a lizard crawling up me, which was a bit of a weird sensation. Okay, what else has been happening? This is the Fisher Beach, actually, where a lot of the fish comes in and then is distributed to the restaurants and marketplaces. And it's quite a dirty beach, actually. And we went out there a few times when we were staying in the holiday Lombok. You can see these children just out for play, and they've made, I thought this was really creative, a seesaw with some wood they found on the beach and a big, looks like a piece of bamboo there. So they're having fun. Max and Jasper and Kai also got inspired by that. Oh, look at the rubbish, they're terrible. But there's lots of stuff you can burn, lots of wood. It's just a shame the plastic gets there. They're not making a seesaw, but they were making some type of den. You know how we all like to make dens. So we were getting out there and getting creative with the materials around us. And then Max got even more creative with a friend we met. And there you go, he's had a mud bath. As I said, there's been some mud deluges here over the last month, which I'll come to later. But yes, they were full in to that mud bath, which is just in the driveway of our old hotel. Anyway, he had fun. Now, sorry to show you this for too long. I did have many comments, and I really appreciate you reaching out to me to see how my Legreggiani volcanic eruption was or is. How's it kind of been since the last picture, which was here a month ago? I can tell you, listeners and viewers, that it's got much better. Look at that. The body's been doing its job, covering it over. Now, I don't know if it got kind of nervous or something. Let me just look down here now, because I was doing this vlog. I took this photo a few days earlier, but it's actually, since I took the photo, blistered up. Can you believe it? So it's gone from a full abscess to getting nice and sorted, and then it's blistered up. But doing some reading, this is exactly what the body does in the last stages before it finishes off the last coating on my skin. And actually already you can see the blisters really making it much smaller and smaller and smaller. So don't pop your blisters like I did, otherwise you get that. And when they come back, just leave them, because it's the body's natural strategy to get you back to how you were. Sorry about that. Hope you're not eating anything as you're watching this. So where have we been this last month? Here is a picture of Lombok. Well, we haven't actually been anywhere. You see the red circle here. This is the south in Kuta, where we've been based. We've really just been around this area and to some beaches along to the east and the west. Beautiful beaches all around us. And that's about it. We've been really, really busy. That was never really meant to be the plan, of course. But let's get into exactly then how we've been busy, what we've been doing. Well, I went to the Yamaha garage in Praia. Actually, how naughty of me. There is Praia here. It's about 25 minutes away from Kuta. Just went up there for the day, and I went to the Yamaha and Honda garages, and we purchased two motorbikes, two Yamaha gears, 125cc's. I wanted to get something a little bit more road bikey, trail enduro bike, but you can't get two people on it. It's only really meant for one or two people. So for now, we got two of these under the company, and hopefully they'll last for many years, just sorting insurance out. And we've called them, this is their names, I hope you're watching, Matt and Maylene in Los Angeles. Matt is the black one, the one I ride, and Maylene's kind of turquoise blue one. So Matt and Maylene, we are always riding on you. But yeah, there you go. So we did that. There's the guy Rajil, the young boy who I signed the docs with. He very kindly came down yesterday to put the number plates on just in time for our trip, our motorbike trip tomorrow. And there's the two boys, Zach and Jasper, polishing them up when we took them back home, keeping them nice and clean. I have to say though, after the mud deluge of the last month, they're full of mud on them. I just can't be bothered to clean them all the time now. So they'll camouflage nicely into the local environment. These two boxes came as well. We ordered two top boxes that go on the back of the bike, so we actually have some kind of space to put things. So hopefully when we pack tonight, we'll be packing eco style, and we'll be able to fit what we need in. I'll let you know about that. So on the same subject of motorbikes, first time for everything. This actually isn't the motorbike we bought. I didn't want to put Zach on our new motorbike just in case it all went horribly wrong. So I took him down to a place called Aragulin. They have some nice, you can see grass areas. This is a football pitch by the beach. And I let him have a go on this scooter. I think this was a 110cc. And of course, I filmed it. So let's have a little look at how Zach did on his first motorbike experience, scooter experience, may I say.
Good. Zach's first try on the scooter. Right, so turns to straighten up. Yeah. Slow, okay. Okay, come round. Come. And stop. Foot down. Excellent. How was that? Proper pro.
Yeah, proper pro. I was worried as he was circling around that he might fall off, but he did it. I was just actually worried about the damage that we'd have to pay for. But no, of course, I didn't want him to get injured. So he did very well there. But as I told him, he's not allowed on the road for quite some years yet. Although you should see, I've seen boys and girls here, probably less younger than him, driving around 3 or 4 on the bikes up and down the roads. Crazy stuff. Okay, moving on. House update. I think in the last vlog I told you we found a house, which is really good because living out of suitcases is just taking its toll and moving to different places. So I'm really looking forward to getting in here. This is it's called Secret Village. It's in a quiet area of Kuta. This is Raman, who is the landlord who owns the house, and this is us signing the contract. A done deal, as it says, and we'll be moving in on Miwa's birthday, actually 20th of November. So we got a bit of time to kill. And the reason why I've put this picture is here. This is the World Superbike Championship event that they're having in the Mandalika, which is the new race circuit they have here. The MotoGP came last year. So this is the World Superbike they're having on the 11th to the 13th. And what happens here, I mean, I haven't seen it yet, I haven't been here when it happens, is just everything gets full. The place just gets proper packed. Prices go up and you can't get a room anywhere. So our old hotel, the Lombok Holiday Hotel, nice as it was, told us as well we had to leave, I think probably by now anyway, because all of the admin and people around the race have booked rooms, months in advance. So this is why we're taking a trip away to Sumbawa to just get out of here. So I'm sure we'll be here another time when another event happens. But for this, as we are not able to live in our house at the moment, because for that very reason, Raman is renting it out for a few months. We can't move into the 20th of November. So all good. The MotoGP, by the way, which is the biggest superbike event in the world, biggest tournament, Rossi and Marquez, people like that. That will be coming, I think the dates have been released today, October next year. So we will be in our place here October next year, and I'm sure I'll be able to report back to you all on that then. MotoGP, that's seriously dangerous sport. There's a fantastic Netflix documentary, if you go MotoGP. It's about 2 hours long, and Brad Pitt narrates it. And it's just a wonderful documentary about 15 years of MotoGP, how it's changed, and different people have come in and evolved it. So fantastic. I mean, I love motorbikes, but yeah, I don't know if I could cut the mustard there. Super dangerous. So anyway, that's going on in November. Now, some updates, land update. Yeah, what about this? So I don't know if I've mentioned before, but one of the reasons we've moved out here is because we wanted to find some land, and been researching this for a good few years, and to build our place and some accommodation as well for people when they come to stay, or tourists, things like this. So we found the place. It's all ticks all the right boxes. This is actually a little cafe down below. I don't know, I put it into black and white, but it was called Beach, Wave, Surf, Ocean. And then this was a smoothie bowl, kind of a smoothie bowl that I had, or a fruit salad. Anyway, it was gorgeous with granola and stuff on top. I took Kai and Max up there that day. What did I have to do? This is a view from the land. Again, I'm going to talk more about this and much more in the future, but I just thought I'd give you an update on it. As I know, I've told many of you that was one of the plans. So you can see it's got a fantastic sea view. This island here, by the way, is awesome. You can walk over to it when the tide's down. And I've been thinking of, with the boys, taking them one-on-one there every year. camp on the beach. There's a beautiful little beach there, no rubbish at all. And then maybe climbing up to the top and putting a big pole in it or something. I don't know, staking it out. Yeah, we were there this day. Okay, yeah, the BPN, these are the land registry guys from the government, the BPN it's called. And they came out to do the measuring, the GPS coordinates on different parts of the land, or on all of the land that we're looking to purchase. And then Kai and Max and I, can you see, these are the poles that you mark out to show where, your land starts and where someone else's starts as well. So we put those in together. There's one down at the bottom. It's on like different levels. Really super cool. But again, I will talk a lot more about this later in the future. What else did we do? Surf's up. Yes, I think I told you last time we were just beginning our surf lessons, so we've been doing more of that. This actually is a beautiful beach called Selong Balanak. It's about half an hour away to the west from Kuta. Okay, so down in the south again. Beautiful beach. Actually, there was a storm the day before I took this, so the water does look abnormally brown here, just to let you know, give you a heads up. But anyway, here's some surf shots of Jasper. It was Jasper, myself, and Zach who've taken lessons. There's Jerry, our surf coach. But yeah, Jasper seems to be a natural. You know what they say, start younger, and it's a lot easier. This is me, sadly a little bit too old now with Jerry. He's not telling me to go away over to the other side of the beach, in case you think that. I can't remember, he's telling me something, and I'm listening very carefully. Here's Jasper again. Some more shots of Jazzy B. So this beach is perfect, kind of not too big waves, perfect to get used to standing on a wave, balancing, taking your first wave. So it's great for beginners. You see he's really got the pose, and this is his Jesus one, which we all kind of, that's his move, the Jesus pose. There's me in the background there. Here's Zach. I have to say Zach's found it a little bit tougher, but to be fair, he's also done really well. You can see his stance is a little bit off balance compared to Jasper's, but he has been continuing to get up and get on and try again, which is what it's all about, right? And here's me. I got to say, there is just such an amazing feeling when you're up on a surfboard with this water just taking you. It's really surreal. If you've never done it before, if you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just getting up. This is actually, I was trying a shorter board, a hard board instead of a long board, so they sink a lot more down into the water. So yeah, I think it took me about 10 attempts to actually get up and take a wave. See, I'm making a mistake here. I'm holding the board on the side, which you shouldn't do. So I've still got a lot to learn, but I did get up a few times, and I'm certainly not going to give up. We've had 5 lessons now. I think we've got one more left. And in Sumbaru, we're hoping we're going to do some surfing too. So all good. There's me. That looks like I'm moving in and out of the way, doesn't it? I think I was actually just about to fall. We've got some videos. Why not? We've got some videos of the surfing. So let's try this. 018. Let's go there. We've got Jasper. Here we go. Here he comes.
Nice, Jazz! Woohoo! Awesome.
There he goes, right in.
Beautiful.
And let's go to 3:15. Who's this?
Who's
This
that?
is Zach.
Zach. Go on, Zach. Lovely.
It's like an old man. Okay, and he's off there. Good stuff. So that's Zach and Jasper on that one. I mean, these will be worth their weight in gold when the boys watch this when they're young, when they're older, and I'm sure they'll be much better surfers then. Who's this? Okay,
Jazz.
Jasper again coming
Awesome,
in.
Jazz.
Came off there. The squall is taking him. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. There you go. 2:15. Who's this?
How do you tell when a good wave is coming? It looks like this is a good one. Zach.
Oh, whoa! You see Zach's board pumped up
Gosh.
there. Got to be really
Oh,
careful if you come
flipping.
off, because that can
Imagine if
hit
that
you in
lands
the
on,
head.
lands on Zach's head.
Got to
Yeah,
go
Zach.
down like that, they say. Oh,
Nice one, Dad.
that's me. Got up, it was a small wave, and then got down again. Got another here, 0-0. I think this is Zach. Oh, off again, and
What?
got one, 0,
Well, I
15.
can't do what. It's Jesse. Come on, Jesse. Oh, he's quite good, isn't he?
Oh, he's off balance there, yeah. Again, this is why you've got to practice on small waves. This is me.
That's on the left. Coach Jerry on the right.
I just couldn't get up. The wave just, I was too late. Jerry got it. So back you go, Chris, back you go. Try again. And I think I did. Here we go. This is the last one.
That's the kind of waves we
Down I go. And I'm done. Because it's really quite tiring, yeah. It really is quite tiring. But don't you worry, I will be back. Hopefully doing that. Look at that, and you span round. Tried to do a 180. Anyway, really exciting stuff. Oh, Zach, let's do one last one for Zach. 145. Go.
Here comes Zach. Can you do it, Zach?
Got up early.
Woohoo!
Does look like an old man on a surfboard. Go, Zach. Well done.
Nice one.
Okay, so there you go. So we've got on with surfing. And then, as this says, I tell you, man, it's like a gangster situation. You try to leave, but they just pull you back. They just don't let you go. So, what do I say? Back to school. Okay, where do I start with this story? This is a view up from a beautiful place, Siwa Cliffs, property development. It has like a nice bar, restaurant, 5-star hotel opening later, I think next year actually, maybe Q1 or Q2. But you can get a good view, panoramic of Kuta area here. So we were staying down here in the Holiday Lombok hotel. And then here, I'm getting cramp in my leg for being so down. I apologise. I'm getting old. Here, if you can see this is a new school. I think I have already mentioned this before. It's called the Mandalika International School. It's a brand new school. And we've got to know the head mistress and other leaders, her husband as well over the months. And as they were moving from the old school to this new school about a couple of weeks ago, they asked if we could help support them because when you move to a new school, a new site, there's always stuff happening, always stuff not finished. So we were more than happy to help, and the boys all started to go there as well. So we did some support work for a couple of weeks, helping out where we were needed. It was fun, but it was always meant to be a year out. But we'll see what happens. This is a closer up view. It's a lovely little campus. They have a bamboo manta ray hall, it's called, like a manta ray. That's why they called it the manta ray hall, for assemblies and playing when it's raining. And then they have a football pitch down here, which has just been grassed, and an area here, and there's a primary area and a library. It's a really lovely, small, there's even better place here. I'm sure in the future I will talk more about this, but so we have been back to school in the Mandalika, and this guy Harry Curley, I think it was the first day actually we were helping out, came to school to visit the kids. He goes around the world on his bicycle, promoting, helping, save our oceans and reefs. And he did a really cool talk to all of the school, the primary and the middle school. And he's got actually a really cool, really nice guy. He's from Salisbury, so very close to where I'm from, Bath in England. So that was cool. He's got a great YouTube channel, Life Done Different. I don't know how his wife and kids let him go around the world doing this, but he must be doing something right. Check it out, Life Done Different. He's actually just released a series from where I think he cycled all the way from the south of England up to Scotland. I've watched a few of them. They're really quite funny. He's done a great job putting it all together. So please check Harry Curley, Life Done Different out. Fully recommend it. Nice guy. The boys have been getting involved, as I said, at school. There's Kai in one of the newsletters, doing some drawing. There's Max doing some number work. What else have we got? We got Max again. Welcome. Pleased to have Max joining Junior and Senior Foundation class. That's a nice picture of him. And I think this is Jasper's group here as well. There's about 50 children in there at the moment, so a very small school, but set to really grow a lot over the coming years. As Lombok gets busier and busier. There's Jasper there, I think doing some number work or something with his friend Eddie. Now, let's go back. Do you remember I was shouting out to Kayleen and Oscar? Well, divine synchronicity. I was going out of the hotel Lombok, Holiday Lombok, on the bike, and as I got on the bike, I heard my name being shouted out. And I turned around. I couldn't really see who it was. And suddenly this lady shouted out, "Oh, I met you at a party at Brendan's house. Brendan, if you're watching this, shout out to you too. I hope you're doing well. Send me a message. Be lovely to hear from you." But anyway, Kayleen was in our hotel. She was just checking in with her boyfriend, Oscar. He was working at the Chimelong Park, doing, I think, the water shows. And Kayleen was a teacher, actually in Hunchin as well. So again, who would have thought that some people from Zhuhai would have been in the same hotel as us in Lombok at the very same time as I came out to get on my motorbike. So it was great to catch up with them. And they sent me these photos of the Pink Beach. Now, the Pink Beach is about 40 kilometers east of Kuta. Okay, so down to the kind of southeast of the Lombok Island. So we have actually been outside of Kuta, haven't we? It's a pink beach for obvious reasons. The sand's quite pink. These are pictures that Oscar and Kayleen took. Must have been with their drone. Some fantastic shots here. You can see kind of the pinkiness. Lovely. Now, we went there after we saw these photos just to see if it really was pink. And I think it really depends on what time of the day you're there. Because look at that. Does that look pink? It doesn't look pink to me. Now, as you know, if you live amongst so many different beautiful beaches, you are going to become a bit of a beach snob. And that is exactly what I think we've become. So I wasn't particularly happy with the pinkness, but it's still a beautiful beach. And we didn't realise actually how far it was. We rode back in the night. I think Kai was starting to fall asleep on, I think, my lap or something. And yeah, it was getting a bit. Look at this. Look at the sunset. It's just absolutely beautiful on the bikes. The roads are great, so no problems there. It was an adventure. I think probably we're going to have a few more of those in the coming weeks as we go over to Sumbawa, the island to the east of Lombok. And this is where we stopped. We had to stop for an ice cream. Met some local boys there. And I don't know, they all started coming out of the woodwork. It was incredible. I think I'm talking to them about football. And we're naming different football players. None of them, of course, mentioned anyone on the Liverpool team. Not even Mohamed Salah, who's probably the most famous Muslim sports player in the world. But there you go. That's what happens if you don't win things. Villa hopping. You've heard of island hopping, right? Well, we haven't been doing that. Well, I guess we have in a way. Went up to the Gillies and Lombok and we're off to Sumbawa. So, okay, we are island hopping. But we've also been doing villa hopping, which has been extremely tiresome. Of course, it's been lovely going to different places, but with the 4 kids and all the bags, it's quite a stress setting up. Even everything like this, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But we've been villa hopping, and the reason we were villa hopping is because when we worked at the school for a few weeks, one of the investors of the school, he owns quite a few properties here, and he very kindly said, look, we'll put you up, as a complimentary for us helping out the school. So where did we start? Well, we were in Holiday Lombok Hotel where I think I shot the last vlog. Well, we then moved to a place called Ku Villas, just down the road, not far, maybe 5-minute drive. And we were in 2 of these rooms, so 2 double rooms, 3 of us on a bed, 3 of us on the bed in the other room. And the food was fantastic here. Too nice, actually. I put on some weight. That's why I'm crouching down so you don't see. We then went to an actual villa. This was our own place with 2 bedrooms again, but our own pool and kitchen, which was lovely. And then, and only then, and twice we've been to what I'm about to say, when we're in it now, we are filming live from one of the most nicest villas I've ever been to. and that is Villa Mulia. Villa Mulia is where I am now filming this vlog from. We've been here for 3 nights. We also were here 3 or 4 nights before. So we've come back to this before we head off to Sumbawa. And as you can see, I mean, it's just absolute luxury. Great for families. You have your 2 rooms, one on the left and one on the right. And in the middle, you have, there's the pool, lovely pool. I think I might have to go for another swim after I've done this. A lovely little garden. And as I said, in between the rooms and the bathrooms, you have this kind of communal area. And there's a kitchen, nice open kitchen, place to sit, TV, Netflix, all that mumbo jumbo. And then the dining table here. Now here, you can see where my arrow is where I'm sitting. And you can see the doors behind me there, looking out onto the pool. What else has it got? There's another angle, nice big fridge, water dispenser. All the mod cons, just absolutely brilliant for doing cooking. And I guess one thing it doesn't have is an oven for all those out there that like to bake. But hey, you can't have everything. But this is certainly a style I really like. Bedrooms, both of them very similar like this. Big double bed with the nice mozzinettes, linen mozzinettes. It's the other side of the bedroom. And then the bathroom. I call these Jumanji bathrooms. Real jungle bathrooms, Jumanji. You can see you go outside to have your warm shower or cold shower, however you like it. And then the toilets in the enclosed area. Super, super nice. And I will leave, I think, this, if anyone is ever interested in staying here, I said to the owner I would put their Instagram link or something down. I'll put that in the show notes. It's Mulia Villa at Nyama Villa Estates. It's a big estate where there's lots of other villas, really secluded, and some of them are 3 bedrooms, some of them are even smaller perhaps, but this is one of them in this estate, and it's top notch. Okay, rain, go away. What did I say? Mud deluge. The rainy season normally comes in November. As the world is completely mad at the moment, as you know, wherever you are, the weather patterns are not normal, not consistent anymore. It started to come in a little bit earlier in October. And boy, when it rains here, it rains. And you can see here we have a retaining wall that I went past that wasn't built particularly well. And a load of rain just brought that down. Yeah, what a gaff that was. I hope no one got hurt in the process. But as you can see, this is a road. This is the worst road we've ever rode on so far in Lombok. Because as I said, a lot of the roads are paved, tarmac, very, very, very good quality. But this road was the road to Tampa Beach, which was the pick of stun for this month. Really beautiful beach, but by gosh, did we have to work for it. It must have been probably maybe a kilometre mud road up to the beach, and it was the road is not hard, it's not a rocky road, so it's quite soft. The mud just turns to bog very, very quickly. As you can see, Miwa here, she went after me, was lining up to go through another puddle. We found actually just going straight through the puddles were much better than going through the bog areas because it's much easier to slip. Anyway, I've got some footage of Miwa on that a bit later. Tampa Beach then, the pick of stun. This was the place. Absolutely awesome beach. Rugged, stunning at the same time as my feet. And the boys were playing. Actually, when we got into the sea, it was just beautiful. We commented that there was no rubbish in the beach, which does happen after storms a lot here. There was nothing. And then suddenly, about half an hour later, we started to see more and more bits of plastic floating around. I mean, I have to say, it is a problem here. It's not everywhere. It's not every beach. But it is sad to see sometimes, just from people just not being educated and throwing plastic into the waterways. It gets into the sea. It's really quite terrible. Anyway, we started picking it up, and then these local boys who had surfboards came and also started to pick it up. So that's the boys there. I think that's Zach and Jasper, maybe Max, and 2 local boys helping to clean up the sea. So that was a nice thing to see, while Miwa and Jasper, this is a bit later, sat down on these beach beds Behind here, you can see these warangs, the small cafes where you can get some nice food, vegetarian food or whatever you like, local food, really, really yummy. And there's Zach. I don't know what happened there when I took a picture. It turned into like cartoon mode, but nice picture of Zach on his pulling up one of the boys' surfboards, local boys' surfboard that they let him borrow. So this is Miwa. She's doing really well on the motorbike. This is her with, who was this? Kai and maybe Jasper coming up the road to Tampa Beach. Let's see how she does. Hopefully the way back easier, yeah. What's it? She's asking if I'm filming her. I'd have loved it if she cropped it, but there you go. She went straight through the puddle.
Fucking Tampa. What a road.
Yeah, it was quite a road.
Deluge.
Right, and this is when we were going back. It wasn't actually better. We thought the sun would maybe dry it up a bit. I guess it did a bit, but it was still pretty bad. But again, you go slow and you go through the water. I think it's much easier and not rev too much, yeah, so you kind of create the slide. What's funny here, viewers, is that Miwa's chucked Zach off. You can see she's not happy because he came on her bike on the way back, and because he's a bit heavier, she's told him to go get off and walk.
Miwa trying to get through the bog.
Oh dear.
Right, she's going a bit slow really, you got to go faster. Ride through it.
Zach having to walk through the mud.
Zach's been taken off.
Look at this local guy just whizzing through it. Miwa like a turtle. Tortoise.
Brilliant. Just go through it. Yeah.
The bikes were absolutely plastered in mud. They still are, actually. We haven't washed it off yet. I have to put them out in the rain sometime. So anyway, that was the Miwa Mud Challenge. She did do a good job, and maybe clever to not put Zach on it, because obviously extra weight does make it more difficult. Right, finally, Kai's birthday. Kai turned 3 years of age, so we had it in one of the Koo villas I think we were staying in, not this place. And we had some friends come round, really nice. Had a cake, and Kai blew out the candles. I think we have there it is. Off we go.
You, happy birthday to you.
Singing coming
happy
through there.
Birthday, dear Kai.
Bacon on his mouth.
Happy birthday to you. Woo! Blow, Kai. Yay! Kai Bosch, free.
So, when he's sweet, he's really, really sweet. But when he's... Right, the finish line is ahead. We're nearly there. Thank you for staying with me if you have done. Most appreciated. I hope you're finding this interesting, fun, amusing. It brings a smile to you. That's what it's for. So, as always, we are going to move into the tip. China Jedi. Oh dear, China Jedi. Jedis invest. Tip of the month. And so what is it this month? Well, as you know, I'm into kind of... actually, I forgot, haven't I? I've got a big disclaiming here. I don't want to get in trouble. This is not financial advice, viewers. These are projects I'd just like to bring to your attention, all of which I have a vested interest because I've put my time and energy into them, into researching them, and have partly funded them too. I make no commission, only recognition that I've passed something into your awareness that's positively uplifting for our planet. So another one, helping our world potentially. I hope it will. This is another pre-IPO investment. So, if you really want to put a little bit in and get a little bit out in many years' time, you want to find the pre-IPO investments. It's Sky. I think I need to finish soon. My words are mincing. I hope this isn't too long. It's Sky Quarry is our tip of the month this time round. It's an environmental remediation company founded with the mission to solve the problem created by waste asphalt shingles. Now, asphalt, you may or may not know, is of course the mixture of dark bituminous pitch with sand or gravel used for surfacing roads, flooring, roofing, etc. Now, asphalt shingles are these asphalt type tiles that they use on millions of different homes, especially in the United States of America. So this is where this idea comes in. What do they do? Well, the problem is 12 million tons of these asphalt shingles are dumped in North America landfills each year. That's insane. 12 million tons. Shingles, when dumped in landfill, take 300 years to biodegrade. And shingles, did you know, we alluded to earlier, are comprised of 25% asphalt bitumen oil. This waste stream that's happening at the moment is the equivalent of dumping, hear this, 20 million barrels of oil into landfills every year. Now, when we hear all the political jibing going on about, where's the oil is being stopped from, coming over to Europe and things like this with what's going on in Russia and Ukraine and blah, blah, blah. If there are other solutions to it, then we've got to hear them out. And I think these guys are potentially going to create one. The solution then that they are giving is a closed loop recycling process that recovers both material and oil. Hear me out again, oil from waste asphalt shingles. Oil. They can make oil again from this. And boy, do we need oil. So how does it work? Sky Quarry receives a tipping fee from the waste haulers when they drop off the material for recycling. So instead of going into landfill, they actually get a tipping fee. It's very similar in a way, I guess, to the, remember the Clin that I talked about maybe in the first vlog. They were recycling, incinerating medical waste, and the hospitals pay them for taking the medical waste from them. Anyway, so it receives a tipping fee from the waste haulers when they drop off the material for recycling. Separation of the shingles elements is a break-even value when elements are sold back to the shingles manufacturers. So again, they can sell it back, and they recycle it and sell it back to shingle manufacturers. And tipping fee will cover most, if not all, of the processing cost, about $25 per ton. So really, that's cool. Virtually all revenue comes from the recovered oil and goes to the bottom line. So from recycling these shingles, they're then able to sell elements back to shingle manufacturers. But most importantly, where they make the money is they then can make barrels of oil again from it, and apparently sell it for a lot cheaper than the current value, a world market value of a barrel of oil. So if they can get this going over the coming years, this, sorry to excuse the pun, could go sky high, couldn't it? It's a clean energy company backed by JP Morgan. They own about 20% of the company, I believe. So, if those boys are in it, it's probably a good idea and it probably will work. And zero carbon footprint and the ability to synthesize clean oil without ever drilling. Again, they can make oil again from it. No drilling needed. I think this is a really good idea. Check it out. Go to the Sky Quarry website, skyquarry.com. I think I invested about $500. So again, it's risky. It's a pre-IPO, but I like the idea. And if it gets, if they do get this on the go, then I think it really could have a huge positive effect on many of us. So that's Sky Quarry. Questions and answers. I've got good news for you. Absolutely none for this week. There were, of course, questions about my Rinjani, how that was going, but I told you all about that at the beginning. So no questions and answers. I guess maybe I've been really quite succinct in these previous vlogs, so you don't need to know anything. I'll think of it like that. But please, if you do have questions or comments, put them down below, blah, 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 and I'll get back to you. I really like to hear things from you, good or bad. Please put your comments in, send us your questions. I will finish with this quote from Denzel Washington. At the end of the day, it's not about what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's about who you've lifted up, who you've made better. It's about what you've given back. There you go. Join the wave, be of service, make that change.